Tobit chapter 4 verse 18. Ask counsel of all that are wise, and despise not any counsel that is profitable. Call HALALYAM YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM QADASH. Double honors unto the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone that rule well and taught us His truth through the Spirit. To the Akim, my fellow laborers, pushing the word out in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and freedom to do so now more so than ever. To the Akim, Wa'akwathiam, listening and learning, being doers of the word and abiding in the faith. And to the speckled birds scattered abroad that look like the other nations but are truly Yasharallah through the Spirit. Shalom wa barakatam. Alright, this is your brother Ariyah, and I just want to come at you with a quick lesson in the Spirit. Alright, dealing with pretty much seeking advice, using your resources, asking, seeking counsel. Alright, when you pray, you're praying to the Most High, asking for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The Lord's going to put you in situations that will that's going to try you, okay? That'll force you to apply the knowledge that you have in this truth, okay? It's going to make you walk in the Spirit. It'll either make you walk in the Spirit, or it's going to make you, get carnal. That's a part of the trial. Our goal is to not get carnal, not give in to the flesh, not get emotional, but to stay in the Spirit in every situation, no matter how trying it may be. All right, that's how you apply that knowledge and you gain wisdom through those experiences. Okay? That's why brothers say use your resources, because bet money, your brothers, especially as a young brother, speaking to myself first and foremost, brothers have gone through whatever it is that you're dealing with. So that's why you can gain knowledge from their experiences, from their wisdom. You learn from that, and you know how to deal with, whatever situation you end up finding yourself in. Okay? And they'll help you maneuver, figure out how to deal with whatever it is. Because brothers have to get out of their own head. Stop overthinking, stop stressing out over things, stop being faint-hearted, stop fearing, and this will help you seeking wise counsel. All right, because the Lord has men. He set up men. He's dealing with his men of the Lord, right? So be around like-minded brethren, and you seek that counsel. And that's going to help you in this walk. You're not alone. All right. So going to Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 6, verse 2. Extol, meaning extol not thyself in the counsel of thine own heart. Extol, meaning pretty much going into pride. Don't exalt your own self. Don't puff yourself up. Okay? That thy soul be not torn in pieces as a bull straying alone. Okay, so don't be no individualite. Talking about I can do this on my own, I can do bad all by myself. That's the main problem with Eve, is pride. So-called independent woman. Extol not thyself in thine own heart, in the counsel of thine own heart. Because that's how you get to you. Hey man, you could be wrong. A lot of times we do be wrong. That's the whole point of not being in your own head, not overthinking all the damn time. Because you wrong the whole time. You have a certain perception that you're just stuck on. Then you through. Verse 3: Thou shalt eat up thy leaves and loose thy fruit, and leave thyself as a dry tree. Okay, see? A wicked soul shall destroy him that hath it, and shall make him to be laughed to scorn of his enemies. Sweet language will multiply friends, and a fair-speaking tongue will increase kind greetings. Okay? Be in peace with many. Nevertheless, have but one counselor of 1,000. Okay? That could be, when you think about that, that could be like, you have to know, even in the world, people used to tell me, oh, you're that friend, because I was never with the typical teenage or adolescent, whatever activities that people usually got into, growing up. People like to smoke weed, people like to drink, people like to go to parties, people like to mess with the women and the girls and all that. I was always, hey, come to find out, brothers, once you get in this truth, you find out that you was always a misfit. Okay? Not from a prideful sense or holier than thou, but like you were just, even in things that is not necessarily wrong, not necessarily sin, even in that, you were just a misfit. You'd never fit in with the rest of the world. So they would tell me like, hey, you that friend that you just chill with, you talk about deep things, and you might just hop on the game and just hang out, have a chill night. They would say that to me. So hey, even in the truth, the way I, speaking as a man, in this sense, it's like, maybe you don't want to bring a certain thing, a certain topic to a certain brother. Maybe you don't want to talk about dealing with lust to that one brother, because maybe that brother deals with lust himself. He can't really give you counsel on that particular thing because he's still dealing with it on his own. He needs to seek counsel for himself. All right, so you go take it to a different brother that's more experienced in that doesn't have that problem, that knows exactly how to deal with it. Yeah, you might bring the wrong thing, talk about the wrong thing to the wrong brother, and you both end up messed up. You both end up overthinking, and then that also makes me think about learning this truth, because brothers always would say, hey, you cannot learn from multiple camps. Being new in this truth, you got to learn from GMS only, or whatever camp you're in. Stick to that camp only. Don't be learning from all different types of camps, because they don't have the same doctrine. They have differing doctrine. You're going to get confused. So that makes me think about that as well. Okay. And then I want to get Sirach, I believe 37. Yeah, verse 7. Every counselor extolleth counsel, right? So every counselor, is for counsel. But there is some that counseleth for himself. So there's counselors that, want to help brothers. They want to counsel brothers. They want to help them get through whatever they're dealing with, give them advice that they need to improve. But there is some that counseleth for himself. And that goes into proving a friend too. Verse 8, beware of a counselor, and know before what need he hath, for he will counsel for himself, lest he cast a lot upon thee. And it's going to go into it, and say unto thee, thy way is good, and afterward he stand on the other side to see what shall befall thee. So you got some brothers that might be like, so you're like, okay, well, I'm dealing with this woman, and she Isaiah 4:1 rubs her the wrong way. Should I just come out the gate and just tell her, hey, you need to get with it, humble yourself, I'm a man, I can do whatever I want, and maybe I should just leave the topic alone and just pray on it, or what should I do? And that counselor will tell you, yeah, you should tell her that she is a 2/3 ass Eve, and if she don't get with Isaiah 4:1 when the time comes, then she's a bug out, and she gonna get put to death, just straight like that. Just tell her that. Whole time he wants you to tell her that so he can see what's gonna happen. Just as an example, it's like he wants you to do something that is probably not the wisest thing to do, but he wants you to do it just so he can see what happens to you, for his own benefit, so he can see, he can use you as a test drive, pretty much. You know what I mean? So some niggas is like that. Okay, that goes into proving a friend. Verse 10, consult not with one that suspecteth thee, and hide thy counsel from such as envy thee. Okay. Neither consult with a woman touching her of whom she is jealous, neither with a coward in matters of war, nor with a merchant concerning exchange, nor with a buyer of selling, nor with an envious man of thankfulness, nor with an unmerciful man touching kindness, nor with the slothful for any work, nor with an hireling for a year of finishing work, nor with an idle servant of much business. Hearken not unto these in any matter of counsel. So the Lord is telling you certain things that you don't bring to certain people, things that you don't bring to certain people. You need to seek wise counsel. Know who you're seeking counsel from. Know who you're dealing with. You need to seek wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from YAHAWASHI first and foremost. And He'll give you the eyes to discern, the spiritual discernment, to even see who you should be seeking counsel from. Okay? Verse 12, but be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of HALALYAM, whose mind is according to thy mind. Like-minded brethren, right? That are sincerely in this thing. All right, that are not here for filthy lucre's sake, that aren't agents, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry. And let the counsel of thine own heart stand, for there is no man more faithful unto thee than it. And where it said, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry, that's an example of empathy. A brother that can understand. He's not just like, yeah, what's the big deal? And just do this. Who cares? No, you need to move with wisdom. You need to have empathy for a brother. You can't just tell him, just tell your woman that she's a bug out. Just tell her that she's going to die if she's not with Isaiah 4:1. And this is just an example, okay? I'm not, giving counsel for that right now, but I'm just giving an example, right? And even then, that's not the wisest thing to do, So, yeah, someone that can empathize with your situation. That's why you go to brothers that been through it, that can actually help you with that have that wisdom, And let the counsel of thine own heart stand, for there is no man more faithful unto thee than it. Okay? So once you have the understanding, once you sought out counsel, once you pray to the Lord and all that, then you see, what works for you. You know your situation, It's not like a brother can handhold you through everything. You need to be able to, make your own decision. The counsel of your own heart has to stand at the end, And do you have the Spirit on you? Do you have the faith to deal with whatever it is that you're dealing with, and go to the direction that you need to go in? Okay. For a man, verse 14, for a man's mind is sometime wont to tell him more than 7 watchmen that sit above in a high tower. And above all this, pray to the Most High, YAHAWASHI, that He will direct thy way in truth. Okay, so that's the most important thing. All right, keep praying. All right, keep moving with wisdom and abiding in this faith, occupying yourself in the prophecies and the meditation of YAHAWASHI. Okay, so that's the main thing. All right, so I think I can go ahead and end it right there. Lord's will, the point was made. And this was edifying, exhorting, and uplifting through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. The word YAHAWASHI, QADASH, was bestowed upon me to bring out this word and push forth this lesson. or push forth this lesson and bring out this word. DTA above ball, Kwame Shavala. Stay strong, we're almost home. Keep pushing, keep praying, keep fasting, keep enduring, keep striving for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. And keep abiding in the faith. Shalom wa barakatam, or Shalom wa barakim lahabakayar. Peace and blessings unto the elect, and blessings, honor, glory, and power unto Yahawah wa YAHAWASHI. Shalom.